What it do, what the business is. It's me, Queen Vibes.
And LOUD.
So it's another episode, and tonight we're going to talk about rules, religion, regulations, amongst other things. So a while back I posted, and it was on Facebook. I got a lot of comments back on that one. And it was a post, and it was saying, is it okay for your children to sit on a man's lap? And I asked my husband, I asked my brothers. I just asked them, how they felt about it. So I'll let King elaborate on his answer since he's the only one available as of right now.
Mm, I mean, from the post, it was a mother, and she was talking about how she didn't let her daughter be in the room along with male adults by herself, or allow her to sit on their lap. Me personally, I I feel like if that's your child, it's your rules. I don't know why anybody would be questioning it. You feel me? But that's not it's not my business. I do agree with it though. I mean, I wouldn't allow my child to sit in somebody's lap like that either. Like, especially depending on how they sitting on their lap. And then the child had already expressed, I believe that they felt uncomfortable around certain ones. So if your child is telling you that, obviously, I mean, something has already happened to where they don't feel comfortable, or it's gonna get to that point. And you don't want to get to that point when it's too late. That's my point on
Okay. And in my personal opinion, I agree with it also because I've always been overprotective of my child. So it wasn't any staying the night over anybody's house. It wasn't, oh, that's your uncle, it's okay, give him a hug or sit in his lap. I'm not, if my child feels uncomfortable around anybody, I'm not going to force my child to be around that person.
it.
If my child is uncomfortable in any environment, we're exiting the environment. But that goes for myself as well. Females, a lot of the times we feel uncomfortable, but we'll still stay in the situation. Nah, if you don't feel safe, if you feel uncomfortable, leave. It's always an exit. And if you don't feel like you have an exit plan, make up something. Another female will catch on. If you feel unsafe, uncomfortable, inconvenienced, out of place, whatever the case may be, look for someone to help you.
Honestly, somebody gonna help you. Somebody gonna help a female over a nigga any day. I'm just gonna throw that out there right there. It, a female gonna help another female if they see her in distress. That
Most definitely.
is just common courtesy.
And then also back to backtrack a little bit on the conversation, the staying the night. I never allow my daughter to stay the night over people's house because you don't know how other people raise their children. You don't know what other people's children are being prone to or they're seeing every day. They're learning, they're picking up different habits and traits. Like you don't know what goes on behind somebody else's closed doors. You don't pay those bills over there. You don't know. And it's all good. Oh, well, it's okay because I met their parents. Okay, you act like people don't know how to put on a show.
For real.
Those people could be one way with you in your face and then a whole different way behind their own closed doors where they pay bills at.
Cause you only gonna see them for a certain amount of time. They only gonna keep up that character as long as you there.
And then that's exactly what it is. It's a character. It's a mask that they putting on for you. and then you don't know what's gonna happen later on down the line. So why even put yourself in that situation? Which which brings me to the next question. Do you feel like that's a part of our rules that we were raised up on? Is it like more leaning towards religious beliefs? Like what category do you think that those certain situations fall under?
Personal choice, personal preference. That's what I think it falls under. I mean, it's everybody believes something different. Everybody got their own beliefs. However, if a certain amount of people are coming to an agreement on the set thing, it can't just be, oh, this culture thinks this. Obviously, more than one culture thinks the same thing. I mean, that's that's just my view on it. I don't think it's religious because if we want to get technical, some religious practices be the main ones unpurifying these children, shall I say.
Oh,
So I
that's a
mean,
good one.
so I mean, it all depends on preference. Everybody different. Everybody raised their child different. So it's mm,
That's a good one, and it's funny that you mentioned that because um it's like everybody know you got your local corner store. So at our corner store, it used to be a chick that worked there. She had an accent. I don't know if she was English, if she was like I don't know, but she had an accent.
mm,
She said she went to a Catholic church. Wasn't it Catholic? She said.
I
I
think
think it
yeah,
was
yeah, she
Catholic.
did.
And like y'all, she told us these stories all the time. This is how I know she was traumatized. And God bless that baby heart, like to this day. I don't know where she at. I forgot where she said she was gonna go work at, but God bless her because she had a lot of trauma. Um, she would tell us stories about how she would get beat at her Catholic school by her teachers, not by the parents. The parents would be there and they would still allow the people to beat her
Mm,
in their presence. I was like, "Oh wow, that's deep," because I never heard of that. The only time I ever heard of getting whoopings and stuff like that was when we were growing up. Your principal could give you swats with the little paddle or whatever. But my
yeah.
people told them no. And I'm glad they did because, yeah, nah, I wasn't taking no ass whooping from a total stranger. I just was not going for that one. But I never was in trouble like that anyway, so I didn't have to worry about that. But these days, boy, these days that would never fly. Ever, ever.
With my ass, please.
You out of there, bucko.
Like, you know, my mom is not about to whoop my ass straight up. Okay. No, in no school gonna take that from me.
And they stopped that like a long time ago too.
As they
I
should.
feel exactly. I feel like it should have never even been a thing for real.
It don't make sense.
But okay, since we on the disciplining, let's switch subjects real quick. Discipline. I also seen a recent viral video of a coach talking to a student. He was talking to, I guess, a football player or athlete. I want to say football.
It was. I did my research. It was a Florida coach.
Okay, so it was a Florida coach talking to one of his athletes,
College coach.
and basically the end of the story was he suspended himself, but he had every right to because he talked to that young man like he was a dog. He called him a pussy. He called him a bitch.
All right.
Like he told him, call your mama. He was like, yeah, if you about that life, you about that because I'm really about that. You want to get down because I'm really gonna get down and we can go. Like he was really going in. And the way he spoke to that young man was ridiculous. I'm talking about I would have went left, right, up and down all over him. That would have been my son. But I'm not used to coaches and things like that because my daughter didn't never do sports. And I'm just not the type. I'm not going. So, I mean, even when I play sports, our coaches never talk to us this rough. But I've been noticing that these coaches are really going at it because that was just one instance. It was another coach that was caught on cam at one of the games and he punched the dude like
Oh, he punched the player in the
punched him in
stomach.
his stomach.
I watched it. It wasn't even that deep. Not even gonna
But that's still very aggressive. Like, come on now, you don't
pads. I mean, you
pads or
playing
not,
football.
why are you hitting other people's children?
I
Why
feel it.
are you down talking and downplaying other people's children? Like, that's an issue. If people trust you enough to mentor and coach their children, have some decency and some respect about you. And not only about you, but about your position, your title that you're holding. To not be so nasty, because that's ridiculous.
I mean, I feel it. I mean, doing more research, I did see like what was going on because I had the same reaction. I was like, because you sent it to me and you was like, what would you do? Me personally, if I was watching, yeah, as a parent, I would have lost my shit. Because if I don't call my child a punk bitch or a pussy, you damn sure not. But that's just from me. Like, you know what I'm saying? From someone who had coaches and shit. Like I said too, like coaches they do talk like that at times. You feel me? But it 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 should never exceed a certain point. Like a nigga not finna call you no punk bitch, a pussy ass bitch. Nigga might be like, bro, you pussyfooting around, you acting scary. Like it's certain shit. Like I can't just dive deep into them, but it's certain shit they will say. A punk bitch and all that other shit. That's yeah, nah. But everybody coaching style different. He suspended himself. I mean, as he should, but I don't know. It was just a bit extra in my opinion. I can say that much.
It was way more than a bit for me because baby, look, I just wouldn't have been able to do it. Every time I just think about the video, I get to stuttering because I get irritated all over again. Because the way I would have reacted, and it wouldn't even been on no, okay, that's my child, I'm a mother. It would have been on some, how can you sit there and degrade a person so aggressively and intentionally?
I mean, if we're being real, I mean, look at the military. Their goal is to literally break you mentally. If they could break you mentally, they could build you back up. That's that's what they do. You feel me? If they could break you mentally, they could build you back. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's to
like
see
that you
how.
said that break you mentally. I don't mean to interrupt, but that is a very good thing to say. By breaking people mentally, y'all, if y'all really like pay attention, which we say this in every episode, pay attention. TikTok, the NPCs, y'all not realizing they done broke y'all mentally.
Niggas is acting stupid as fuck for an $8
Dumb,
check.
dumb.
A eight punk ass dollar check. Like, is you serious,
I
bro?
wouldn't care if it was 500, 600. I wouldn't care the amount of money that you could give me. I'm not going to go online. I'm not going to be outside anywhere acting as though I'm a character from a game.
Or just anything stupid. Like, it's enough NPCs in the real world.
In the real, if you sit there and you pay attention, just tap into your surroundings. You'll see people doing the same thing every day. Perfect example, like I said, chick at the corner store. She told us that story every other time we came. Not every time. I can't tell you every time she told us that story because sometimes she had different stories. But that specific story we heard so much, it's like etched in our memory.
But that's kind of how it be like in the game. You just keep hitting the talk button. I mean, shit, you keep going back. They're going to tell you some repeated stories. and they gonna tell you some new ones. It all depends.
But it blows my mind that we're even falling into this category because y'all, the the life that we live in is the game. Master the game you playing first. This is the real life game that you playing. It's called life.
Hmm.
Every day that you wake up and you place your feet upon ground. And for the people that can't place their feet upon ground, you still alive. It don't matter if you have mental health disorders, if you have physical disabilities, you're still alive. This is a game that we playing right now.
You're getting a new opportunity to try again every day.
You getting a redo every day. Every day that God bless you to wake up, see a different day. And if you're an overnight person, hey, when you go to sleep during the day and you wake up in the evening, hey, you still woke up.
Hmm.
You have a different opportunity. Like he said, it's like the game giving you a whole new reset. So with this reset, what you really gonna do? You gonna really still play the game, like the video game?
Or you gonna let the game play you?
Because that's really what y'all doing right now. Y'all letting the game play y'all. You willing to sacrifice your authenticity, your personality,
Your character
your character
for $8 check that you may or may not get off of TikTok or whatever app you on.
for a little bit of money. And we can't even I can't just even say just TikTok. I can say Bigo. Bigo wants you to sit there. They literally have people promoting you and prompting you. They tell you you have so many hours a week that they need to know that you've been online. Bro, chill. You giving these people too much of your time
The most important thing you have in the world that you cannot get back.
at all. So all the time you spending scrolling and worried about what so and so got going on, what you really doing? You wasting time, something that you cannot get back.
Hmm.
You need to be trying to fill that time with something positive and be progressive. Go read a book. Go learn something. Go teach yourself something. Go try something new.
Yeah, get out your daily routine type shit.
Because if you do the same thing every day, you really are NPC.
'Cause that's all NPCs do. They sit in the same spot
And they sit in the background. So you trying to tell me everybody on earth wants to be a background player?
in the shadow.
The only time that you really in the game is when you're the main character of that game.
All NPCs do is progress the main character story. Why you gonna help progress somebody else's story and not progress your story?
That, ooh, Jim. Cause please make it make sense. Cause I'm just not understanding. Every time I scroll past somebody and see that dumb shit, it irritates me. And I really try not to be so judgmental. I really do. But that's just one of those things that, like, bro, I don't understand it. You can't make me understand it. Because that goes, that when I watch it, because I have watched it, because I wanted to have a better understanding before I fully gave my opinion on the matter. No, bruh. Every time I watch somebody do it, it made me feel like I just then lost brain cells. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I don't either. I don't like that for me. I don't even like that. I don't like it for the culture.
I really don't like it for
That's
the
some
culture
stupid ass
because
shit.
I'm for everybody getting the money.
But you got kids thinking this shit okay.
Exactly.
That's why I draw the line. When the kids get involved thinking this shit really what it is and it's not. Because this who leading us in the future. Niggas acting like NPC characters. This who gonna change the world right now. That's how I look at it.
And we
And
got to
we
be
encouraging
mindful.
it.
Yes. We got to be mindful because you don't even like the most, y'all might not think that they really watching y'all. They are. Children watch and imitate everything they see. I once heard imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
Hmm.
So with these imitations, what are you? Hold on, let me reword this because I want this to come out as clear as possible. When we react or when we present ourselves to the world, that's also a direct reflection to our children. And even for the people that don't have children, whether it's by choice or, by time right now, you still probably have some child that's looking up to you. So you need to be mindful of how you're presenting yourself. The NPCs, that's OD. We have all these women in the hip hop and the rap culture wearing nothing. We're making our young princesses believe that once they are queens, that the only valid anything that they have is going to be their body. That's the only thing they're worth.
And acting retarded.
Oh, their body and acting beneath themselves.
All these songs sound the same. If you ask majority of them females to freestyle, they gonna sound the same. They gonna say something about some they ass being fat or something about their pussy. It's not gonna fit. And
Basically.
that goes with some of these same niggas too. It's gonna be about a gun they ain't never had, a shot, some weed or some drug they ain't never took or done. Same shit. But this is what sells because y'all say it sells. We we set the trend. We giving this to the industry like, hey,
This is what we like.
overly saturating songs. So now when these people thinking these celebrities think they really doing something because they got like what 1 million views on a really a 15-second song. Song be a minute 30 seconds. It's 15 seconds. And really just saying the same shit.
Yeah.
Then y'all buy tickets to go see these people on tour and be mad because they only got one song. Well, one 15-second part of a song that you just like.
Because you didn't check out the rest of that catalog. You just know you like that one song, or maybe it's three. 1 to 3 songs, and you like, yeah, I like them, I like them, I like them, and then the rest is just trash. No.
Just like life. You get stuck on the certain shit that you do like in life. You get complacent. You don't ever want to grow. You don't want to see the more to life. It's more to it.
You don't want to, yeah, you don't want to grow and you don't want to try new stuff.
Exactly.
You don't want to step out your comfort zone because you feel like, hey, I like this, so let me just stick to this because I might not like that. You got to get out of that fear mindset of thinking, okay, I might not like that. If you don't like it, then don't try it again. Don't do it again.
But you gained an experience.
Gain the
Look
experience.
at the whole catalog of life before you judge it as a whole. Just like a whole album or artist. You gotta look at an album before you judge the work for real.
Facts.
But if you ain't got a big enough catalog, yeah, it shouldn't be on Twitter. I don't know.
Because as a matter of fact, right now, Doja Cat is #1 on somebody's something or other. And everybody been rebuking her and praying over her on every site and set because of whatever she got going on. And the point is she's still #1 after telling everybody, quit following me. I don't like you guys. I don't want you following me anymore. I don't care if everybody unfriends me. Like, just leave me alone. Like, her disdain for everybody was very much open and out there. And it's people still that boosted her to #1.
Because what is always said, good publicity and bad publicity is still the same thing. It's no such thing as bad publicity. That's what the fuck it was.
Everything is free promo. Whether it's good, bad, or ugly, it's free promo. And at the end of the day, somebody gonna make $1 off of it. Whether it's you, somebody else, or somebody else, somebody's making some money off of it.
Somebody gonna talk about the shit.
Yeah. because somebody's going to give that situation life. If we quit giving situations life, as in we, as in the culture, we quit on a lot of this stuff, we ain't got to worry about what's going to happen next because we are what's going to happen next. We say in control what's going to happen next.
We set
We are in control right now, but we're too blind to see it.
we set the trends. Like everything, we have people in other countries doing the shit that
They
we do,
imitate us. They are flattered. They flattered.
the shit that we say. I ain't gonna get bited off of shit that we said 5 years ago is just not catching on to other communities. Like, come on, it understand your true power,
Yes.
your true essence.
Yes. Know who you are. Become one with yourself and whoever it is that you serve. You got to become one and be intimate with yourself and that entity. Because once you get in that right mind frame, I hope it's the Lord, but you know, hey,
Different strokes, different folks.
different folks. Um, yeah, like I said, once you get intimate, you gonna really understand everything in a whole different light, and things are gonna start moving in a more positive light for you. But you got to be ready to, for real, say, yeah, I'm not no follower no more. I'm ready to stand out and be a leader. Everybody want to be a follower, along with everybody wanting something quick. Nothing in life is gonna come quick and easy. If it come quick and easy, it ain't gonna be worth nothing.
If
When
you
you
get
had the little microwavable dinners and stuff like that when we was kids, y'all know we would pop them things in the microwave, yeah, ready to eat, just hungry. And when you take that thing out, it's still frozen, and some portion of it, it's gonna be frozen.
if you get it quick, you lose it quick.
Exactly. Now you only got half a hot meal and the rest frozen. So what you gonna do? Reheat it and then burn what you got? Exactly.
Because the more you heat it up, the more you fucking something else up in it that was already cooked.
Thank you. So just chill and let it slow cook. It's all right. It's all right to put it in that crock pot and let it simmer. Everything don't have to be so fast. It don't have to be piping out the microwave or out the air fryer or the deep fryer. Everything does not have to be quick and easy and simple. Everything ain't gonna be quick, easy, and simple. That's why we're here. We're here to learn. We're here to experience different things and lessons. That's what life is about. Life ain't about, oh, okay, well, he did it, so I'm gonna do it and we gonna do it and everybody gonna do it. Nah, that's not it.
Not at all.
But you know, these conversations were just strictly for educational purposes. They are only our opinions. They are neither fact, just opinions. Take what resonates, anything that doesn't, leave it where it's at. It's been another episode of Higher Vibrations. It's Queen Vibes.
And hello, you did.
And you know what it is.